you know, most saxophone players steal their sound from every other saxophone player that they've listened to growing up or when they started shedding and trying to work stuff out. So like the first saxophone player that really caught my ear was John Coltrane. And then from there it was like Maceo Parker, Grover Washington, and Branford Marsalis. Like Branford was really my guy. Like that's who I kind of patterned myself to want to be like after, you know, just because such an amazing saxophone player. So all of those guys, a little bit of David Sanborn and everybody that from here to who's ever touched the saxophone, really, you know, that's the origin of the Marqueal Jordan saxophone sound, basically. You know.
Right there, DJ i.n.c.
Yeah, you know, my sound is just, I enjoy music. Coming up at home, my mother would listen to gospel, and she enjoyed Parliament and Funkadelic, and my dad would wake me up every morning playing Miles Davis. So, you know, I came from a house where there was always music playing, and it was always good music. And as I got older and I got into DJing, being from Chicago, I got into house music, but just having an ear for music, you know, eventually hip-hop caught my ear. But I always went back to my roots where my parents brought me up, which was just live instrumentation. So just me personally, I enjoy that. So, you know, DJing with a live musician, I don't formally play an instrument. So DJing with musicians, that's as close to live musicianship as I can get. And, you know, we like to think we pick, you know, some nice songs that people enjoy, and the sound is unique and enjoyable. Literally, we met in a club.
Yeah.
There was a club called Rituals, not too far from where this location is at. And it was on Prentice Row, and we had a gig like the same night. Both of our bands were playing.
Right.
Well, his band was playing, and I was DJing.
Right.
And I was playing break beats, and you know, I did that, or I would do that to see what musicians would like come along and play with me. Right. And Marqueal was one of the few that did, and we just kind of kicked off a friendship from there. And we've been gigging and playing together, recording and knowing each other for about 12 years now.
And Makai is just bad, man. He's just a great drummer, man. You know, he got a good pocket, and he's like, you know, you can tell he listens to a lot of jazz. He sounds a lot like Tony Williams, man. He's just killer musician, you know. And like the Greg Spiro and him, you know, that project that they put together, man, is just smoking. I play with Greg too, as well. Yeah, you know, it's like, you know, the Chicago music scene is real incestuous. Everybody is played in a band with someone at one point or another. It's like, you know, 2 degrees of separation, basically. So, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. That's what I've been really digging to lately. Foreign Exchange, Leave It All Behind, that album. Raphael Sadiq. Man. Who else? Q-Tip. This saxophone player from Houston, this guy, Walter Smith III, amazing saxophone player. Always got to have some Michelle and Cello, Roots, you know, Sting, Steely Dan, man. I listen to everything, man, really, everything. You definitely in the lab, and I'm in the studio working on my solo project. You know, I've worked with a couple of bands and also worked with i.n.c, but this will be my quote-unquote solo debut. So, you know, I sing as well, and so it'll have little vocals on it and some jazz, you know, with just all the different influences that I've had, you know, just try to boil that down into Marqueal Jordan project, basically, which is what will be coming out. And that'll be out later on in the year, like maybe late summer, early fall 2009.